We're back again. It's another great time to be making a lovely video for you guys today. We are still working on our minotaurs. I wanted to quickly show you though, Golem Arcana. We were talking about it a while ago, and guys, here it is. So that's the sort of miniature you can expect to get. These come pre-painted, and this one would make a fine construct, or could be a treant of some sort, nature defender spirit or something. I believe I've already cut the rider off of this one, so no worries there. Got several packs of these at about $3 each. So originally they were like 15, 20, so really good deal. And the game, if you want to try a tabletop game like Warhammer, you don't need a ruler though, because this thing plays on the computer, which is one of the reasons the game failed, because it was just a little bit much, because you had to move the miniature and get it right on the computer. But if you scan it, it's all scannable. It's actually a really fun game, and it's quick and easy once you get the hang of it. Only downside is if you have more money, you have better units, so I can see what they were going for there. Definitely worth getting at the prices I got it at, because I played that game. I got my money's worth out of it in no time, because I only paid, it was like 90% off the stuff I bought, so I got my money's worth out of it. And I got the miniatures still too. But you can play it on your phone actually, or a laptop. It's not bad. If you find it, get it. Hills. Anyway, enough about that. Let's get to our minotaurs. If you'll remember, when we last saw them, we were doing some work on the horns. So here's our horns. Woohoo. Aren't they lovely? Woohoo. And as you can see, still, nothing's changed. They are mirrors of each other. So, where do we go from here? Well, you may notice we're really getting into the details now. The mouths have not been touched. Yeah, we haven't done anything with it. So that's what we're going to do today. And I was thinking of how to go with this, and there's still a couple ways to go. But I think we're going to use our trend. The trend is our friend, and we're going to use a satin brick color from Target, and we're going to use that for the tongue. It's going to be amazing. Now this is going to be kind of a little trick, so that we can be kind of sloppy with this. Not too sloppy now, stay in the mouth. I can see it now. Josh told me to slop it up. And you're going to thin this paint pretty good, almost to a wash consistency. Now, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to color that maw a lovely shade of red. Then we're going to hit it with a dark wash in the teeth areas, and then we're going to paint the teeth. I might even use a purple wash just for funsies on the tongue part. So there it is. Be careful. Stay in the line. Keep telling you guys, stay in the lines. That's all you gotta do. If you do that, you're gonna win. Now this time we're not going to do anything mirrory, because there's not really much to do. I guess if we got creative enough we could, but I'm not doing all that. It's not worth all that, guys. So their mouths can match. They're brothers. They should have something in common. Other than, being minotaurs. Alright, yeah. Other than being minotaurs, they should have something in common. I'm going to lay it like this, so gravity is our friend. He's going to lay on his back until that dries. Alright, we're going to do the same thing on the other guy. And if we have to, we can paint the teeth black again before we color them. The key is keep the red in the maw. Can't have it bleeding over into any other areas on the model. You're just not going to have a good time. Nobody's going to be happy. Alright, we're going to let those dry, and then we'll come back and continue the fun. And it's going to be so much fun, guys. So much fun. Here's Big Red. And Big Red, we kind of already did this, didn't we? Of course, you guys weren't there, but yeah, it's a thing. There's Big Red's little mouth. Yeah, so we started with the red, and then we painted the teeth. And you can't really see this guy's mouth if you really look at it. Let's do this. He's on the table. You are not going to see much out of his maw because the way the model kind of droops. So this is not, we're not doing a competition model here, so this does not have to be amazing. We're going to make it look nice, but it doesn't have to be exceptional or anything. In the background here, I have some stuff from Panama, and some stuff from the US of A. This is the Statue of Liberty. How fun. And this is Lady Liberty, and she is pointing the way, towards the sun. Dragons and just, odds and ends to make the world a happy place and give us all a little joy. Because, we need a little joy and happiness while our paint dries. Let's go ahead, and I remember I said we were going to do a dark wash on this belt. Remember that? Let's go ahead and do that. A little dark wash on the belt. That's a little too dark. Again, we have our handy dandy wet brush. You can see we went a little too dark. Well, it's just that we put too much wash on. And by we, I mean us. So we just need to thin it out. There it is. That's going to make those details pop. And the joy will abound. Yeah, happiness will grow. Now, isn't that looking a little better? Let that dry. What else were we going to put a wash on? I got all kinds of washes on here. It's still drying, but what we can do is we can hit this bronze. We hit the other metals with the silver. Let's hit the bronze with some of this 14 karat gold. Here's the paint. It's another one of our Target issues. We're just doing a dry brush, guys. Nothing too fancy. We're going to use this brush because it's cool. I'm just going to put a little bit on there. I want to use my arm. It's going to be amazing. I like that. And you can call me Gold Dust. Yeah. Some of you might not know who Gold Dust is, and that's even better because we're going to learn. We're learning together. And we're just going to, hit that axe a little bit. See that? Yeah. A little love on it. Just a little love. Give it a little. We're going to be delicate. We're going to be gentle. There it is. Yeah. That's all. That's nice. Do the same thing here. Before. Now be careful. You don't want to get it anywhere but where you want it. There we go. That looks pretty alright. Pops a little bit. Nothing too fancy. Not getting fancy here. Just the basic. Yeah, so we're blue right there. Just a little polish. And same thing here. Yeah. There it is, guys. There it is. You can see the difference. Okay. There it is. Yeah, the little 14 karat gold on there. Just for the highlights. The happiness about. The joy is spread. We can even do some on big red here. On this cleaver. See what happens. Just look at it. All the happiness going on. Look at that cleaver. Wow. It's just amazing. And you know what else Big Red needs a little? It's got a little spot here that could use some dark. Right along the armband. Now, if I were actually really doing this, which I may do later, I'd go in with some black paint and just get under there and clean that up a little bit, which I might do. Yeah, let's do that. This is, all this is shading. So, this is what shading is. When people talk about, well, what's shading, Josh? This is what shading is. You actually take and so we done messed up a little bit because we got wash there, but we take the paint, we just it's kind of like the tracer in the comic book. Yeah, the old tracer in the comic book. You guys have seen Chasing Amy, I'm sure. If you haven't, go watch it. Rent it tomorrow. Stream it tomorrow. Whatever you young kids are doing these days. Yeah, Chasing Amy. It's not a bad little film. It wasn't Kevin Smith's best movie by any stretch, but it wasn't his worst either. He made one much worse movies, actually. But you know what I like Kevin Smith for? Those stories he tells. Yeah. When he's up on the stage and he's talking about meeting friends and that kind of stuff. That stuff's great. You know, he was, in his day, he was something. But, you know, the shtick just kind of got a little tired, didn't it? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. Look, you know, how many brilliant directors. Look, not everybody's Steven Spielberg, all right? He's going to have little flashes of brilliance, I think. You know, as long as people let him make something. I think Kevin Smith's going to surprise you guys. Is he past his prime? Well, who knows? Maybe he'll have a flash. Kubrick didn't. You know, he'd take breaks between movies. I'm not really saying that you know, Kevin Smith is Stanley Kubrick. He's not. But the point is, you know, I mean, there's a lot of examples of directors who, you know, disappeared and then they just come back with a band. Alfred Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock used to do silent films, if I remember right, and then he comes back in the 60s as an old man, 50s and 60s, and just rules the box office. So don't count him out, all right? Anyway, this video is going long too, isn't it? That's because we were waiting on paint to dry. That's what's killing us. So I might just fast forward when I edit. Now we're gonna do the teeth real quick. Teeth. All right. This is not rocket science. So we just take our teeth color. In this case, we're using Reaper Bones or Reaper Paints Graveyard Bone. Yeah, that's what I'm going with on this. It'll be fine. It'll be a fine tooth color, and if we need to go lighter, we'll just add highlights. All right, it's gonna be great. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I hope you're excited. I hope you're as excited as I am. All right, so here we go. So we're just gonna color the teeth. It's not rocket science. I wish this thing would focus on what I want it to focus on. I have to put my hand behind it to get it to focus. It's just annoying. You guys are sitting here watching a video that ain't in focus. I'm sitting here trying to paint while holding the model where you guys can see it. It's just a bad comp. So we're just picking out the teeth. Stay in the line. You'll be fine. And then we're gonna hit with a little wash. Washy wash. That red's still a little wet, giving me trouble. Doesn't he look menacing? Nom nom. He just wants to eat you. That's all. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. He just wants to eat you. He just wants to be your friend. He wants to be a pal. And you should let him, I think. Don't be stuck up. Just wouldn't be prudent. This guy kind of has hillbilly teeth. Have you guys noticed that? Yeah, summer teeth. Over there. Somewhere. Got them summer teeth. They're probably intentional though. Want him to look kind of messed up. Kind of menacing. You would not want him to have purty teeth. No. That wouldn't meet the standard. Alright. There's our toothy maw. And now we're going to hit it with the wash. And then we might hit it again with the ivory. And we're going to go with dark tone. Dark tone. We're going to try to edge this thing. So, yeah. Especially where the teeth are not. Definitely want to hit those areas. The whole point of the dark wash is to bring the bring the teeth out, make them stand out a little bit. But we don't want to completely drown out our red either. So don't let it pool. Okay. That's definitely getting menacing. We might have to go in and do some touch-ups, but right now we're just trying to get the basics. Just trying to get what our base coat and what the basic stuff we're working with. We can always improve the product once this dries, okay? Now that's detail work, guys. That's when you have to be kind of careful, okay? Yeah. All right. That's going to conclude this video. Tune in next week when we, no, I'm just kidding. I'm making it here in a few minutes once this dries. But, yeah, definitely tune in though. We're going to talk about our next step. Our next step, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be great. We're going to love it. Yeah, there's a maw only a mother could love. Did you party with these guys? I bet they got some good stimulants. Take care. And may you find all the miniatures of your dreams.